as much as I remember. So congratulations on the last time that you won, whenever that was. If it was yesterday playing or if it was, you know, like 3 weeks down the road. Like, congratulations every time I see you. You're a wonderful player. So thank you for the follow and welcome to the stream. We're just going to go ahead and wait and see where everybody is at. And while we do that, I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit about our seeding. So, what do we know about these teams? We know that Tainted Orphans are currently number 2 in the division right now. They have 21 points, 6 dominations, 15 wins, and only 5 losses. This is match number 10 out of 10. Meanwhile, ReGen Retro is actually number 3. 21 points as well. 5 dominations, 16 games won, 5 losses. So this one will determine who is first and who is second indefinitely. And, Ektar, thank you very much for the follow. Looks like the teams are ready to jump in. I actually jumped to the wrong screen, so we're going to go ahead and jump there. Thank you so much for the follow, Ektar. Thanks for hanging out with us. This is Tomb of the Spider Queen and game number 1 of our best of 3 series, Division A West. You haven't played in a while and you haven't won in a while? Okay, so I'm just talking out my ass. I apologize. I know I saw your name and I know you were winning. I don't remember where it was. Nonetheless, I know you're a very good player. All right, so Tomb, we were talking about this just a second ago. Shame, Ektar, shame. Whoa, no, it's so good to see you. Hello, my friend. I hope you're well. Thanks so much for stopping by. Instantly, we're going to see that Cho ban. This is one of Cho'Gall's best maps just because it is so small. So with only 4 bodies on the screen, you don't miss as much soak. Next, we're going to see the Cassia, and that's a fairly standard ban. Nobody wants to play against the Cassia, so they're just going to go ahead and get her out because she is a very strong hero right now. I always make the joke that everybody hears me say this, but she really is one of the best heroes in the Nexus right now, possibly the best in terms of team fighting. That armor is so very strong, and her team fight potential is just insane. You follow like 2,000 streams. No worries, I understand. I really appreciate you guys giving me the time. There was a lot of places you could spend your Tuesday evening, and I'm glad it's here with me. We are going to see that Garrosh band away. Really strong tank right now. There's been a little bit of debate between Garrosh, Johanna, etc., who is the tippy top of the tier right now. Garrosh, I definitely think, has one of the most impactful game plan starting from level 1, so can definitely understand why they want to get rid of him. Rhaegar is the counter ban by Tainted Orphans, and once again, you know, Rhaegar, he's super strong. That bloodlust is just incredible right now, so get him out of here. Nobody wants to deal with that bloodlust. Kale Frost being picked up very first, and this is interesting. I thought for sure we would have seen a tank banned away first, or picked up first, excuse me. But Kel'Thas is very strong, so makes a lot of sense to go ahead and pick him up. He's great for the wave clear. And then with that, Mana Addict at level 1, really, really strong protection in lane. And of course, having a ranged assassin with a stun CC is never bad. Next, we're going to see Johanna and Junkrat come out. And Bridge to Death on the Johanna, I really like that. I think Johanna is phenomenal on the map. She has amazing wave clear. I'm not saying a lot about a tank. And then Junkrat. Now, this is where things get a little spicy. Junkrat is a very good hero, but we don't get to see him too terribly often. Stitches. Stitches Deckard coming out. Interesting, interesting. Do we see a Medivh for a kidnap combo? Are Tainted Orphans going to go ahead and ban it away here? We will have to see. And there it is. Medivh banned away. They don't want to deal with the kidnap of Stitches. I don't know if ReGen Retro plays Medivh, but Tainted Orphans aren't taking any chances. And I'm actually going to update this baby R right here because it should be capitalized. There we go. ReGen Retro. Stukov gonna be the next healer banned away. Makes sense. Stukov is a very strong. He's in the top 4 right now. The top 4 being, in my opinion, like Rhaegar, Anduin, Stukov, Deckard. So we'll see if that Anduin comes out, or if we're gonna see something like a Brightwing. Yrel being picked up here by Variations. I like Yrel. I think she does a lot. We saw an incredible Yrel play over on Bahamut streaming, which allows me to understand just the depth of how amazing Yrel is. And Greymane. Greymane with the best skin. I know it's very Uncanny Valley, but I love it. But nevertheless, they're going to go ahead and get picked up here. For the Lich King. I have to check that because it's too far for like my old man eyes to see. And then Artanis Diva. Huh. Now, in the nicest possible way, I wonder if we're being trolled again because we're getting into the teams that don't, or the games that don't necessarily matter as much. Like, either way, one of these teams is going to be first and one, or was going to be second, and one of them is going to be third. Or if the teams have a plan. Lucio going to be the final pickup here. Diva, we don't see too terribly much, just based on the fact that a lot of people don't consider her a very good hero right now. You know, Diva, she's able to do a lot with a disposable health bar, especially in something like a Greymane. That bomb provides a lot of peel and a lot of zoning for the team. Now let's take a look at our top. Bashing Yetis, what a phenomenal name. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. We're going to jump back to my face and taking a look at these teams right now. I think it's safe to say that I'm going to preface Tainted Orphans over here for this draft. I think they have a very solid standard draft. A little bit of spice on the Lucio and the Junkrat pickup, but overall the Greymane, the Yrel, Johanna, really, really powerful team comp on the side of Tainted Orphans. Now, that doesn't mean that ReGen Retro is out of this. They've got the Deckard, they've got the Kael'thas, very strong. The Stitches Diva Artanis is where I go kind of, I'm not sure about that. But they've definitely got a plan, and you know, that can be really devastating. If one team has a plan and you don't, then it's your job to figure out what that plan is going to be. 2 members on the best mount in the game, that pumped up Pato. We are going to start over here on the side of Tainted Orphans in the blue. It's going to be Reaver on that Greymane. Bridge to Death, rocking that Johanna. Will to Live is your Junkrat. Variations for Yrel, and Waffle Man will be your Lucio. Over on the right-hand side, dropping the B-steps, it is Altanian on that Deckard. Aaron will be your Diva. Kevin on that Artanis. Splash is Kael'thas, and Zammy Bars, or Zammy, will be your Stitches. Both teams heading out to mid, as you should be. Seeing if we can't get a little bit of poke out here. We're going to see a swap come out, and that swap connects onto Junkrat. Hook onto him, and that is going to be first blood going over to the side of ReGen Retro. Really nicely done by the team. Oh no, I'm looking at the overlay right now. It looks like my overlay has been reset. It does this a couple of times. Johanna going to be the next to fall. The Diva mech does go down in the meantime. And I'm sure as soon as I do this, yep, there we go. Let's take a look at the talent in the ugly original form. It is going to be Johanna with that hold your ground, very standard. Blow him up for Junkrat, I believe that's standard. We got that Dauntless, and then over on the side, Hungry for more. Regen Globes for Stitches, and then Mana Addict for that Kael'thas. Down here in the bottom, we got a quest for Scroll of Identify for that Deckard. Gonna go ahead and pop this off so you guys can actually see the game, as a little bit of a team fight is gonna go ahead and be breaking out. Thrawler Bill is the best mount. Don't at you, Ektar. I mean, I don't know. That pumped up Pato chicken is really amazing. When they dropped the Nexomania trailer, I was talking to Cat Peach, and she was like, what the heck is this chicken with the arms? And I was like, what are you talking about? And I was super excited about like the Mal'Ganis and Imperius skins. And then like she shows me the screen cap, and I was like, what the heck? We are gonna see the Diva Bomb go down. Melly Hots, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Both teams just trying to rotate around really quickly. And while nothing is going on, I'm going to take this opportunity to see if I can go to my observer, and we want 6.8. See if that doesn't fix it in game. It will fix it for the next one. No, it doesn't. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Our default reset itself. It has been doing that. We're going to see Reaver and Waffle Man hop over to these bruisers here, as well as Altanian and our friend Splash. I'm just going to go ahead and try and grab these, grab these bruiser camps here so they can try and get a push in this middle lane. Both teams stepping up. Everybody being really respectful of Zammy, except for Lucio, who has to boop the stitches away. And we can see how cautious Tainted Orphans has to be right here. You like the Chocobo? Oh, me too. That's a fun one. That was our season mount for a while. And it's so stupid because it clocks every time you mount up. Every time I leave for a match, this is how drafting goes. Oh no, Melly Hots, is this not what you guys wanted? You don't have like a galaxy brain plan that we're waiting to see? On either team, really. Curious. You're going to see a nice smooth boot by Lucio there, trying to prevent the folks from turning in. Out comes the shield flare. Diva Bomb is dropped. Bridge just gets caught in the Diva Bomb. 18 gems going the way of Invisible as Waffleman jumps in, grabs about 6 of them right there. Hold up, why does ReGen have to play this map 4v5? Well, what are you talking about? Is it because Diva isn't a real hero? Teams are going to go ahead and poke out. Everyone looking just to try and turn in right now. Down near the bottom, it's like a little peeky what the teams are doing.
Is the hour of the scourge.
This is the hour of the Scourge. Gale Schmack, thank you so much for the subscription. Welcome to the Undead Army. Enjoy your Jinxie Rages, and thank you so much. Gonna look at the skirmish, and then we got our sub, so excuse me. I'm very excited and very just like jumping around right now. I got an emote from you. Thank you, Giggle Schmack, and welcome. Looks like our Thanos is trying to turn in. Meanwhile, everybody is just going to go ahead, try and soak here in the middle lane. We are 7 to 8. And we'll see this gross overlay one more time. Let's take a look at these talents. Mind build coming out from Junkrat. Everything looking fairly standard. Urel is going to be the first to go down as a rotation was made by Kale Foss down here to the bottom lane, and Green Man arrived just a tad too late. Bridge death very low. Has to be careful. Stepping up to the Diva and Zammy. And they are tanks, but they do a lot of damage. Nice Iron Skin prevents them from taking too much damage. Splash with a great gravity lapse. And teams 42 to 27. It looks like we are going to see ReGen Retro grab that first turn in. And a surprising push onto bottom. Greyman gonna be the first to go down here in the bottom lane, and that's really, really unfortunate for Tainted Orphans. Johanna jumping out, trying to zone for her team, peel away. Waffle Man doing the same. And Greyman being down for another 5 seconds with this Weaver push so far out in bottom is going to do a lot of work for ReGen Retro. But it looks like the team has decided, you know what, bottom isn't the best. So we are going to go ahead and just try and push mid lane, fairly standard. Kel'Thas coming back down. Top lane being harassed by Junkrat. And actually Kel'Thas is going to come back up. This is the boss lane, so the team is going to try and work really hard. Chattering Teeth trying to chase away Splash, and he says, back to mid we go. One tower goes down with the mid-web Weaver is cleared. Down in the bottom here, Urel doing a pretty good job of not only harassing Kevin, but also Red Weaver. Level 10 was reads, and Variations is now under the effects of that beam there from Artanas. So yeah, we'll go ahead and take a look at these level 10s. They are open in the middle lane. Fights being broken out. Fort taken, or excuse me, towers taken in the front, but that's the only thing that has been taken, not the end of the world. We're going to see Waffle Man push off onto Aaron here, trying to do the best damage they can, and level 10 has been reached for both teams. Got that Putrid Bile, Phoenix, Big Shot, Purifier Beam as we saw earlier, and then stay a while and listen. Waffle Man going to go ahead and interrupt Ulterian here. Everything looking fairly standard for the side of Tainted Orphans. That Blessed Shield, Riptire, Ardent Defender, Beat Drop. Arcanus does go down as the Riptire does come out. That is the, once again, Lucio, Sound Barrier, and then, of course, Greymane with that Cursed Bullet. Again, very, very standard plays so much. Arcanus going to be the first to go down. Blue team going to go ahead and grab these Web Weavers. Do they look for top? They see that the Bruiser camp is being taken by ReGen Retro. Out comes that Concussion Mine. They push all the guys and the team away. Killboss going to go ahead and fall. He's a smart KT, doesn't have Convection, so he's going to go ahead and be fine, even though he's got a free trip back to base. And that Bruiser camp has been picked up by the side of the Orphans, who have everybody here in the mid. And with that pickup, they're going to go ahead and start heading towards that middle lane. Do nothing clear out now. Not only that camp, but the Web Weaver as well. Hook comes out onto Reaver. However, the well saves his life before immediately going down. D.Va using that safety zone to try and prevent T from coming in. Out comes the first bullet onto Zammy. Food is now pretty low, lost 40% of their health there. They do fall. Aaron not looking long for this world in the mech. The Baby D.Va does pop out. They're going to try and back up, but Bridge Death has no mana. They can only offer some Johanna auto attacks. And underneath the fort, Waffle Man does have to drop that sound barrier. This Junkrat has the most toxic boops. Can definitely see that. Hi, Totski. How are you? Everybody going to go ahead and look to grab that Bruiser camp here in the middle on the side of Tainted Orphans. They were able to grab 30% left on that fort. It's grabbing 75%. No forts going down just yet. We'll pop to the lanes super quickly. Towers down, most of the fort down, but nice defense by ReGen Retro. They're definitely not out of this yet. 13 hit for both teams, and they are incredibly close. Great beat drop, thank you, Butt Spot. Looks like we might see a little bit of a tickle fight here in the middle. Out comes that Riptire, out comes the Curse Bolt from Greymane, and Stitch is not long for this world. He does fall down. Waffleman trying to turn in those 27 jumps right here. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, the Scroll of Sealing comes out onto the camp, pushes it away. Reaver going to go to some their jumps in, but it looks like Tainted Orphans already went ahead and picked those up. So they're going to go ahead and just, you know, try and push down this bar or this middle fort. Why not? Bridge to Death stepping up. Middle fort with just a teensy bit of health goes down. And now we see Tainted Orphans on the blue side heading up to that top. Out comes the Curse Bolt once again, this time on Deckard Kane, who does fall. Aaron will not lose the mech here. That level 13 talent preventing them with those defensive measures. Variations come out. Meanwhile, Bridge to Death does go down in the top lane. Dammy Bar's next to follow. Out comes the mech. It was not destroyed thanks to that D.Va level 13. However, the little D.Va is actually going to get into their mech and be just fine. Losing half their health here does kind of suck. Out comes the Curse Bullet for a third time in the last minute and a half. And now the wall of the top keep is going to be in trouble. And this isn't great for ReGen Retro. Deckard tries to drop the stay while and listen, gets booped out of it by the Riptire. At top lane, this lane you want to push, it does the most damage, and that's because there is boss here in the top lane. Web Weaver's just a teeny bit of health. Looks like Tainted Orphans found the perfect time to go ahead and retreat. Johanna is going to go and regroup with them. And we'll see if Kevin can maybe look for a swap pick here. They find Will to Live. They find Waffle Man, but the push off onto Kevin, that's a dead Artanis. Not a whole lot to say about that. He was there and then he wasn't. Really nice play by Waffle Man and team there. Have to make strats look better, says Melly Hots. Nice hook. I know I'm definitely really behind here, but hey, that's okay. Looks like Tainted Orphans are just going to go ahead and try and soak up. Grab that siege camp down here in the bottom.
I hate
Greymane
people,
doing their best.
love
I
gatherings.
hate people, but I love gatherings. Bahamut, thank you very much for the raid of 55. We're in game number 1 of our best of 3 series of ReGen Retro
This
versus
is the
Tainted
hour of the
Orphans.
scourge.
This is the hour of the Scourge. Thank you so much for the subscription. We'll go ahead and we'll jump to that in a second. We see Teamfight comes out. D.Va does go down. And this is D.Va Permanent, not just her mech. Sammy Bars is very low. He is going to go ahead and back up there. Kill Thaws. Looking at the bounces, maybe not. Fishing Hook is not online yet if Zammy chooses to go that. Lots of tacos. You guys having tacos over on Baja's stream? I want to come. Another Web Weaver phase for Blue. This is going to be their 3rd Web Weavers in a row. And we can see ReGen is really feeling the pressure right now. Zammy gets pushed out. Gravity Lapse comes out. Decker Kane able to complete that level 1 quest. Beat is dropped for that Lucio sound barrier. Out comes Curse Bullet, and that is a dead Decker on our screen, ladies and gentlemen. The poor old man not able to do anything. He was locked down and then finished off by Deckard, and Reaver is just dominating on this Greymane. Aaron coming out, trying to do the best they can. They do drop that nuclear explosion from D.Va. Urel able to give it a quick boop away, hitting nobody, and this keep is under pressure. 2 keeps under pressure, actually. Top keep has been picked by Web Weaver. Artanis in the back line gets booped by the Junkrat, does go down, and Tainted Orphans are just looking so dominant in this game number 1. Keep up in the top lane and in the middle lane does go down. Aaron running for their life with variations jumps. Out comes the hook from Zammy. Waffleman getting a free boop out of the fort. Stay Wild Lizard coming out, connecting onto variations, and Waffleman, but Deckard not able to hit everybody. The fort is at 50% health. Deckard and D.Va Bomb do go down, and that is going to be game number 1. Going over to Tainted Orphans. GGs are called. Well played all. For the Lich King, perfect 10-10. Thank you for the follow. We're going to go ahead and look at our game summary here while I take a look at who was so kind to give little old me a subscription. Bahamut, thank you for the 11-month subscription. Tacos. You guys must have been having fun over there on your stream. Something with tacos. Toxic Johanna, Doritos, or pizza. Doritos or pizza, or is it supposed to be like tacos or pizza? Look at the Lucio gameplay. All right, Zammy is going to say that we take first pick, so I will let Bridge Death know because I believe Zammy is making the lobby. For the Lich King once again, the Neon Green Monkey, thank you so much for the follow. So let's talk about a little bit about this. We have blue to red, Tainted Orphans versus ReGen Retro. What an intense game. Now, I was a little bit curious about the Stitches, Artanis, D.Va, but then, you know, that first hook came out in the first couple of seconds of the game. The Junkrat got absolutely decimated, and I was like, all right, I see the power of it. And we saw some really solid hooks. We saw some really solid explosions there by D.Va, but unfortunately, it just wasn't enough to drop out the win. Risa Light, thank you very much for the follows. And I know Softbird, like, they were just go in that game. Let's take a look at the talents here before I update the map. And then it looks like ReGen Retro wanted to take first pick. So that will be map pick headed over to the side of Tainted Orphans. And we're going to jump back to me as they are making the maps here right now for our second and potentially final match of the evening. And ladies and gentlemen, as I'm in the lobby right now, I'll be pleased to update you and let you know we're going to Alterac Pass. Gonna go ahead and update that. And while we're waiting for everybody to go ahead and log in, I'm going to send you through that stinger one more time. We're going to go ahead, jump over, look and see. Jinxie, how did we get here in our game number 2? So, if we take a look, ReGen Retro banned away Towers of Doom and Battlefield of Eternity, while Tainted Orphans banned out Brax's Holdout and Sky Temple. First map was picked by Tainted Orphans. They chose to go to Spider Queen, which they then won, which I haven't updated. Or have I? And it's not showing. No, I didn't update it. There we go. Boom, boom. Won by the left team, Tainted Orphans. So you can see that. ReGen Repto opted for first pick once again. So they're going to go ahead and choose Alterac Pass over on the side of Tainted Orphans. Update that. Picked by the left team. And there is a significant difference between map and first pick for, you know, when you win the coin flip or what your seating is. The other day I was playing a game and one of the teams was like, yeah, we want map pick. And I was like, wait, what? You guys want map pick? Are you serious? Oh no, I see a clip of Kaleo. What could this be? Okay, not looking. If I have to guess, it's me heavy breathing. It is me heavy breathing. Thank you, Kaleo. Always important to have that back in the field. I'm going to go ahead and let them know that we are ready. I'm going to take a drink, and then we'll go ahead and jump back over to me. There we go. All right. Game number 2. This is our best of 3 series. So, ReGen Retro can still bring it back. And for those of you who weren't with us earlier, as I blur into the abyss, thank you, camera, there we are. This is Division A West, and A West is actually very small. They only have 5 team members, or of course they only have 5 team members. They have 5 teams playing in the series as a whole. So, what that means is that Division A West went ahead and did a round robin. This is the second time that ReGen Retro and Tainted Orphans have played each other. So they know a little bit about what's going to happen. They're not in playoffs yet. They have 1 week to wait, where I think the best top 4 teams, so maybe 2 weeks, 1 or 2 weeks to wait. While I'm saying this, we're going to go ahead and jump into the draft. 1 or 2 weeks to wait, and then they will be in playoffs. So this is another game that is just for seeding. This is Tainted Orphans being the 2nd seeded team, and ReGen Retro being the 3rd seeded. And they're the same points right now. I think Tainted Orphans has 1 more domination over ReGen Retro, so whoever wins this series will be the 2nd seeded team in A West. I like how your voice sounds if you end a sentence sometimes. I don't know if this is because of where you're from or why it's like this, but it makes you sound very lovely to listen to. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm always very nervous about my voice because in high school somebody told me I sounded like a man, and it kind of got stuck with me ever since then. So, uh-oh, I'll chat. Haven't played in a long time. OMG, sorry, I didn't realize this was a draft all chat. Oh no! Oh no! Kevin hasn't played in a long time and everybody's teasing him. Skepticism, Black Lives Matter, they definitely do. I'm a proud supporter of the Black Lives Matter movement, and I hope you guys are too. And that's as far as I'm going to go on that, actually. This is an NGS stream, and I support the cause, but I don't want to discuss anything political. So if anybody has anything to say, keep it to yourselves. We are going to see Cassia banned away because she is one of the, best heroes in the game right now. Then we're going to see a little bit of respect coming out from ReGen Retro. Junkrat and Johanna banned away. Will live playing that. Junkrat so very well, that game. And then, of course, Bridge Death on that Johanna. Again, one of the best tanks in the game. Get him out of here. ETC gonna be banned away. 2 best tanks picked up. So do we see the Garrosh come out? It was banned out game number 1, and I'm not sure if it was banned out just because Garrosh is really strong right now, or if somebody plays it. But it looks like with first pick on the side of ReGen Retro, Garage is going to come out for our friend Zammy Bars. Voice is distinctive, but I wouldn't characterize it as masculine. I don't sound like a man. Well, thank you, Ektar and Ektar and Kaleo. I appreciate that. I used to be on the swim team, and me and my friend Brittany were just chatting, and she also has kind of a deeper voice like I do. And one of our swim mates came in and was like, "Oh, thank goodness it's you two. I heard some deep voices in chat. I thought a bunch of men were in the dressing room." And I was like, "Fuck you, Caitlin." That's the only F word you get out of me on my stream today. We are going to see that Murden and Rhaegar picked up. Rhaegar, Bloodlust on Alterac Pass. We're ready to have it. Murden jumping down into kind of our A tier tank. Still very good. We're curious to see if we get a Haymaker or Avatar. There has been a little bit of flexibility between the two. And double global coming out of Alterac Pass. We have ReGen Retro picking up the Brightwing and the Falstead. So they'll be able to just gank from anywhere. It could be just the case if Falstead flies in, Brightwing TPs onto the Falstead. You can get that polymorph, then get the Falstead damage, and then you're dead. Like, insert Kevin. All right, we're going to go ahead and disregard that. Let's keep this about Heroes of the Storm, please, as we are working with NGS. Greymane going to go ahead and be banned out, and Dahaka banned away as well. They don't want ReGen Retro to have that third global just because it makes the gank potential massive, for lack of a better word. You know, you can just come anywhere. Dahaka, not the strongest on this map. But get him out of here. No bans taken away. Raynor and Yrel coming out, and I like this. I think the Yrel did very well. Variations played it really, really nicely, able to peel when they needed and engage onto the back line, giving him a heck of a time in game number 1. And then nobody ever said they didn't want a Raynor on their team after the rework. Not gonna lie, my voice when I hear it, not when I talk, sounds very feminine to me. It's not what I like to sound like when I hear myself talk. Can definitely understand. I am a fan of Waffle Man to skepticism. Let's go, Waffle Man. Tape Orphan is not playing Orphea. Gasp. This could be an Orphea here. They are just missing a damage. And Murky. I can't believe I was looking at chat. I totally forgot the Murky. Oh my goodness. You guys, this is the second time in a week that I've had a Murky on my stream. And it is going to be Jaina to follow that out. So, no Orphea for the Orphans, unfortunately. But we do get to see a Jaina, and she's rocking that Theramore skin, which is my absolute favorite. But okay, for real, guys, let's talk about Murky. Now, I don't hate the Murky. And hear me out. Nobody gonna go ahead and swap, so we'll bump to me, and you can see my shock and surprise because it's a Murky. ReGen Retro's comp has to be the best comp I've ever seen drafted. Yeah, so I don't hate the Murky, and the reason I don't hate the Murky is because I don't think Murky is necessarily a bad hero. He gets kind of thrown into the meme drafts with Gazlo and like Cho'Gall and Diva, but like a good Murky isn't bad, you know? Like if they run out and they just die, then can definitely understand it. But if they're a Murky who's getting work done while you're at objectives and stuff, then he's not bad. We'll have to see which Murky Aaron is going to be playing. He's our meme lord tonight. And he's got the snow. Look at the snow. Their little teeny tiny health bars mean that they're going to be so very thick. On the right-hand side, we have ReGen Retro with Altanian on that Brightwing. Kevin is your Falstead. Sammy Bars rocking that Garage. Splash will be your Avatar, and Aaron is your Murky. DLs have a good lucks, have fun called, and over here on the left side, Will to Live is that Raynor. Bridge to Death will be your Murden. Reaver on that Jaina. Variations is your Yrel. And I'm missing somebody. Waffle Man on the Regar. This is Tainted Orphans. You would fear the lane pressure? I can understand. I'm taking DPS. Love to run it down, of course. We are going to see variations getting thrown there, taking a little bit of damage here in the mid lane on this bridge of death. And then Urel is going to go ahead and head up to Soap versus the Avatar. He was just hanging out in lane. He drops some mines. Variations runs into, understanding that she's going to be up in the top lane. We're going to see Murky come out, and Avatar hides safely behind their wall. Hat is in the bottom on that foul set, keeping him nice and healthy. And the teams are just looking to rotate here. We can see Garage headed back to the mid lane. Will to live, Waffle Man just trying to poke. And at a minute 05, a little late, my friends. We're going to see the Knolls picked up for Tainted Orphans. No Knolls picked up on the side of ReGen yet. Zammy is heading over, but his team doesn't necessarily camp well. He's going to try and do it by himself, but this could be trouble. Could be trouble for Zammy. Falstad getting stunned by that Muradin. Jaina following up. Brightwing coming in, taking a little bit of damage, but able to get their friend out. And while we're waiting on everybody, let's take a look at these talents as Abathur shows his friendly face in the bottom lane. Our overlay is going to be fixed up. Got that Storm Bolt stacking. Perfect Storm for Muradin. No Executioner for Raynor. Ace in the hole. So he's more interested in damaging the heroes than he is getting those minion stacks. Double bribe on the one camp map. Nice. Falsa damage at least scales. That's a fair point. Mono saying it kind of we can run it down. Meanwhile, Murky gets blown up. Gonna be first blood, but I think we all kind of expected that. Wall goes down in the middle lane, but Kevin and Zammy able to hold it as best they can. Blizzard coming out, trying to do damage to those Knolls. That Groundbreaker does not connect, and we'll see this objective starting here in just 30 seconds. Bridge to death, getting hit by that Groundbreaker. We don't have our typical Groundbreaker quest at level 1. We've got this unrivaled strength for Garage, just throwing even farther. And now I know how this lore goes, Garage versus Jaina, and you better be careful, Reaver, before your whole house gets blown up. Looks like Reaver is going to go ahead and tap for mana. Only 6 globes on their globe quest right now. Muradin, ground Falstad versus flying Falstad. They're going to go ahead and duke it out here in the middle lane. Knolls being picked up on the side of Tainted Orphans once again. This is their second Knoll camp. And Zammy looking to scout the objective, see if it's safe to tap here. Murky with the flat shield says OP, says Aktar. I can see you being a Murky player, Ektar. You played Vikings against us the other day, and it wasn't nice. Jaina gonna go down, but not before getting that Abathur, who was just a little bit too far out, gets immediately blown up, but it is gonna be a 1 for 2 as Jaina and Raynor go down. And with both damage dealers down, I thought we might see a jump onto this objective, but we do have Knolls up here in the top side, so it looks like they're going to go ahead and try and clear that out. Meanwhile, the Dwarven friends dueling it out here. Brightwing jumping in with Falstad to help. Murky is sharking. Are they going to try and proxy the wave? Not, looks like they're going to go ahead and try and get that top wave. There is quite a large gap in between the forts and keeps here, so it's very easy for Murky to just go ahead and try and blow up these minion waves. They're doing a pretty good job. First objective has been capped by Tainted Orphan. Stun coming out onto Brightwing. Out comes the Jaina Blizzard, and he is going to go down. Unlucky for Brightwing. Minions are cleared out. We'll see if Zammy and Kevin can try and defend this. They're able to pick up that globe drop by the minions. Bridge to death gets thrown over the wall, but jumps back. Indomitable coming out from Garage. Zammy with that armor, hanging on as best they can. Looks like Zammy is going to get away, but that first objective does go over to Tainted Orphans. Murky trying to do their best, get some harassment in.
For the Stone Peaks!
Oh. Okay. Will to Live gonna go ahead and push in the bottom lane here. Out comes that objective. They're gonna go ahead and try and just grab this minion wave, middle wave being pushed by the members of Tainted Orphans, and this fort is not long for this world. They're doing the best they can. Remember that bridge, that objective does give you attack speed and attack damage, dodging all the hammerings of Kevin. They grab that middle fort. Urel up in the top lane loses her objective to Murky. Murky gonna go ahead, slide down, see what more trouble they can get to. Tainted Orphans turning their sides onto this bottom fort. They grab the early towers, and we'll see if they can go ahead and grab this bottom fort as 10s are hit for both teams at roughly the same time. I have to say, this game feels a lot more even in experience. Nice Stormbolt, but he goes back in and immediately gets polymorphed, and we're not going to see that taunt come out from Garage. We're going to see Decimate pick up here, Mighty Gust from Falstead, that ultimate Evo from Abathur, Blink, and then Octo Grab. Murky still proxying the wave, looking at the side of Tainted Orphans. It is going to be Avatar, no Haymaker plays, no Playmaker. Out comes the Banshee from Raynor, Ardent Defender, Water Elemental, and no Bloodlust. Interestingly enough, with the Raynor and the Urel, we are going to see Ancestral Healing come out instead. Reaver and Waffleman looking to jump onto Zammy, but Zammy's a strong independent orc who don't need no team. Going to be able to get away. Up in the top, we're going to see Aaron, who is just trying to harass Urel as much as they can. In the bottom, though, looks like the team is going to go ahead get into a little bit more of a fight. Another nice stun by Brit to death, who does get thrown, has to jump back out. Zammy Bars is going to do their best to zone, and both teams are able to get away with just a little bit of harassment. Null's picked up in the mid lane, Will to Live, trying to clear that out as best they can. Falstad just hanging out. Are they going to go ahead and try and find something here? They're looking to fly, maybe. Just going to watch Kevin. They see Bridge to Death, 4 members of Tainted Orphans in the middle. Murky, variations, duking it out in the top.
Let's free our soldiers and take the fight to the horde.
Game 3 Reese says Skepticism. Objective has started. We're going to see a stun come out onto Reaver, who gets thrown. They actually get thrown away from the foul set, so not a whole lot of damage coming out. Here comes Right Wing. Reaver does try to get that ancestral heal, but unfortunately goes down. Waffleman, the next person to be in trouble. We do have 10 seconds on that ancestral healing. Out comes the Octo Grab, but a nice one saves Bridge to Death's life. Now Avatar has been popped. They're running as fast as they can. Objective was interrupted, and now ReGen Retro are looking to take this into their own hands. 4 members here. Rhaegar and Raynor trying to grab these Knolls is it's a Murden V4 right now, which is making it very hard for him to step in. Knolls are picked up, however, and we can see Jaina and Brent ready to come back and try and get some damage. Kona Cold comes out trying to grab onto Falstad. Waffleman and Brits to Death looking to see if they can't step in. And nobody's able to stop the fort. This objective is going to go over to ReGen Retro. We'll see what they can do with the reverse push. A really nice 2-man stun. Brit to Death gets the stun out, gets thrown away. Unstoppable pop for Garrosh. Brit to Death hit with the Ancestral. Out comes the Gust. And this can go either way. Murky is the first to fall. Garrosh very low, going to fall afterwards. Brit to Death jumping in. Ultreon, nice blink with that blink heal. Rhaegar the next to fall, 1 for 1. And the objective pushing in favor of ReGen Retro. Abathur gonna go ahead, head back, say, you know what, everybody's on the map. I don't want to deal with this. Nobody pushing in the bottom. We're gonna see Reaver and Brit to Death try and clear this out as quick as they can without getting too much damage. Mule drops on the bottom wall. Interesting choice there. Murky pushing up in the top, and you know, variations, it's gotta be hate in life right now. They just want nothing to do with this Murky. They've got to clear it. Somebody's got to be on Murky duty, and unfortunately today, that's variations. Meanwhile, in the mid, we're going to see that middle gate go down, but the objective, not long, is just going to go ahead and fall down here. Team looking to push the bottom, as we saw with the earlier objective. We'll see what they can get done. Everybody just pushing. We do have 13 or 14 to 15. I know my numbers. Everybody looking to step up. Garage is going to get stunned there. Helps Waffle Man to get out. Rainer already looking to start on those Knolls. See if anybody comes to help him, as they do make negative 20% armor. We can see there, Will to Live is a little bit rough. But here comes the team able to help. Murden's going to soak. Urel finally able to chase that Murky back. Waffle Man is making me hungry. Everybody's maybe calling for game number 3, but they're very even right now. This can go either way. Do we see the domination from Tainted Orphans, or are we going to see that juicy game number 3? Well, we have a series on our hand. Knolls met in the lanes. Tainted Orphans just hanging out. Are they going to look for a spicy boss? They start the boss up, and this is an interesting play. Everyone is alive on the side of ReGen. Abathur Mine has been dropped, and Zammy is wise to the shenanigans of Tainted Orphans. Boss is 25%, but he's the only one who's here. Water Elemental comes out, stays on the boss. Clone is dropped, trying to help Zammy, but Garage does fall. Boss has been reset. Here comes False Settings. You will have to be careful because that Mighty Gust is still available. Boss is going to be picked up. Nobody on the team of ReGen even responding to Garage. No pings came out, but I can only assume that he was like, hey guys, they're doing boss. He goes in, gets blown up, and then I guess that was the end of that. While the boss was taken, however, though, one singular Knoll was pushing here in the middle lane, and we may see this middle fort go down, which means there will be no middle safe point to retreat to for the side of Tainted Orphans. A fort does go down. Abathur is in the top lane with the Murkies, is able to tunnel out. And now it is Rainer's job to try and deal with his harassment. Hopefully they can do something quickly and just get him out of here, because those objectives have started in the bottom lane. We're going to see Pope coming out from Reaver. Kevin diving out with that barrel roll, trying to get rid of that boss. Bosses aren't too strong on this map. Always a good pickup, but they do a little bit less damage and have a little bit less health. So just as we see, this fort was already pushed. It does go down, only getting one hit onto that cave. But in the meantime, Tainted Orphans were able to go ahead and pick up this objective, and now they're just trying to defend as best they can. Bridgestone having to jump that Dwarf Cross early. Reaver gets stunned, and Polymorph, and Ultreon thrown. You ever had a Brightwing thrown at you? Out comes the Decimate. Murky is blown up. Jaina next to follow. Does finish that Ice Block, but not able to pop it. Bridge Death popping the Avatar, and now it is ReGen looking to fight. Splash drops the Falstad clone. Garage does go down, however. Brightwing having to use that phase shift. And Kevin with no mana. Ultreon with about 75% health. They do have to back out. All the while, Abathur is going to go ahead, push this top lane, as this is the spicy draft that ReGen needs to make it back into this game. Murky is pushing, but the objective is being picked up once again for Tainted Orphans. We're screaming for a Falstad Gust steal. I was hoping for one as well, B says. The B says hi, excuse me. But unfortunately, they just didn't react fast enough. And with Garage being dead, didn't want to step up into that boss. Stun comes out, another stun comes out, and that's a dead Bird Boy on your screen. With only 4 seconds left on this objective, it looks like Tainted Orphans are going to pick up our third objective of the game. And all the forts, save one, have been taken by Tainted Orphans. Are we going to see some insane draft plays come out here with the macro of the Murky and the Abathur, or are we going to see keeps go down? Ideally on this map, you want 2 keeps to end the game, but if you got maybe, I don't know, a boss or 3 objectives, then 1 usually suffices. Objective is hit, and we see the pincer coming out from Bridge to Death, and Waffle Man gets thrown, gets stunned by that Garage. Level 16, we are level 19 to 19. Murky in the back, Rhaegar does fall down, and Waffle Man is having a heck of a time. Objectives are pushing in, however. Urel pushing in the top. She's able to grab that fort. Meanwhile, in the bottom, Bridge to Death popping that Avatar. He gets thrown onto his team. 2-member stun. Murky does go down. Out comes the Blizzard from Jaina. Zame very low. Jordan jumps, squishing him with that Dwarf Toss Goomba Stomp. All the damage coming out. Ultreon is the next to fall. Objective in the middle, cleared. Objective in the bottom has about 20% health. Do we see any turret aggro finishing the top? Yeah, easy peasy. They're able to finish it. One turret will go down. Bridge to death tanking. Will to taking the other. And no keeps taken just yet. That could change depending on how the defense here goes. That false set death is a game I feel can definitely understand. Urel in the middle, also grabbing these keep turrets. False set coming in, using that wind tunnel as both teams have hit level 20 to push off the team, trying to save the keep. No keeps taken, only front walls and that top fort. Didn't see the top wall being taken from top either. It was just middle and bottom. So ReGen are definitely still in this. They're going to go ahead. This boss is up in 30 seconds, and they might just be sitting pretty here for a while. ReGen getting started on those knolls. Team with nothing else to do is going to go ahead and help him. And Falsed able to use those bribe stacks. Grabs the last one with the assist of a murky bribe. And we could be seeing boss exchanges out here. It will be keep to keep. Brightwing and Avatar are heading bottom, seeing if they can't sniff out a spicy boss. In the middle lane, Jaina and Variations just trying to clear out the knolls. And I like what Tainted Orphans are doing. Nobody is by themselves here. Brightwing able to get out using that phase shift, but the buddy system has been implemented by Tainted Orphans who have started this bottom boss. They're not letting anybody go by themselves, so it's really hard for Garage to get a pick off onto anybody from Tainted Orphans. Boss is picked up. No boss started up top. Aaron is going to, but 2 smacks there. Avatar had already gone. Aaron is starting. Avatar is in the corner. And yeah, Murky is just going to go ahead and back off. There's no way in heck Murky is going to be able to stop this. Brightwing does go down as objective is being contested. Greymane, or Garrosh, excuse me. They don't even look alike. Oh my goodness. Uras going down next, as is Murky. 3 for nothing. Murky will be back here in just a second. Chase coming out onto Kevin. Has to use the wind tunnel to get away. Bridge to death, trying to use that rewind to get the double jump, but accidentally jumps into the wind tunnel and as such gets pushed away. Now, objective being taken by Tainted Orphans. Variations going to sit here. We're going to see the second boss up here in the top picked up by Tainted Orphans. Urel healing. First boss was finally cleaned out. Fort being muled back up. And there were some pigs coming out for the Knoll camp, but Falset and Murky were able to pick up this camp. Avatar doing their best to push down this bottom, but Raynor is coming up. Gets the knockback onto Splash. Splash goes down, and the B-steps coming out from Will to Live. Not dealing with this nonsense. Murky Slade once again, and it's up to Kevin to try and clear out this boss. They still have keep towers, so it will help, and friends are arriving, making this easier. 0 seconds hit on the objective, meaning our 4th objective will come over to the side of Tainted Orphans. And GGs are already being called in chat. I mean, you don't know that.
Let's do this!
Keep number 1 is just a sneeze away from being taken, and Bridge to Death knows that. They go ahead, they throw the hammer ring. They do have that siege hammer, which does, I believe, 300%, 350%. Out comes that rewind, making sure Bridge to Death gets out nice and safe. And 1 keep down, 1 more keep is all that is needed to end here. Do we see Tainted Orphans taking this quick and easy? Murky gets exploded. Ross pops the Indomitable. Zammy gets saved by the wind tunnel. Brightwing able to heal back up onto them. They get back about 75% of their health. But this is the second keep. And now Tainted Orphans has the ability to look at the core. Zammy does go down. Brightwing goes down. Only false side with 40 seconds on Dust. This is, as you call it, chat, game number 2 going over to Tainted Orphans. GG. Nice dominations by our number 2 seeded A West team. That was a quick game. Gonna go ahead, jump us over so you guys can take a look at our score screen. Another really dominant series showing by Tainted Orphans, 14-7. And there isn't really a whole lot